Good evening. I'm here to talk to you today about Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is the best athlete to ever walk this earth. I believe that, but yes, it is an opinion. Bo had struggled growing up. He had a single mother, and his dad was never in the picture. He was the 8th child out of 10 that his mom had, and really didn't get much attention. So Bo found a way to get attention. Bo would run around the trailer park that he lived in, throwing rocks at windows, running away, getting the cops called on him, and just getting in trouble any way he could. He was dying for attention, and he was going to get it the only way he knew how. That all changed for Bo when Bo reached high school. When Bo got to high school, Bo played 3 sports: track, baseball, and football, and was very good at all 3. He was a 2-time state champion track, he was a 3-time state champion football, and he was a 2-time state champion baseball. Growing up in Bessemer, Alabama, which was a huge place with tons of talent, he stood out like you would never imagine. Bo was an amazing athlete and even better person by the time he got done with high school. When he was a sophomore in high school, a scout by the name of George Steinbrenner from the New York Yankees came to watch him hit. They had some older cages at his high school because it was kind of a poor school from the area he lived in. The first pitch he gets thrown in BP, he hits one out the back right corner and knocks the entire thing down. Steinbrenner left right there, and he got the call his senior year, drafted in the 2nd round by the Yankees. Bo turned that down to go play football for Auburn. During Bo's college football recruiting process, Alabama's head coach walked into his house and told him if he didn't go to Alabama and went to Auburn instead, he would spend the next 4 years of his life losing to Alabama. Bo turned those words on him with Pat Dye, head coach at Auburn, and didn't lose a single game in his 3 years at Auburn University. Bo did run into some trouble and was never able to play his last year of baseball at Auburn. During December, after his last year of football, the Buccaneers flew him out to Tampa Bay to go and visit their facility, which he was told was completely legal by NCAA rules. It wasn't, and Bo vowed he would never play for the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay didn't care, and they drafted him anyways. 1st round, 1st pick overall. Bo kept to his promise and refused to play for Tampa Bay and let a whole nother year go by. Bo then gets drafted in the 7th round by the Los Angeles Raiders, decides to play for him, and then he also gets drafted in the 7th round by the Kansas City Royals. Bo spent most of his life running away from trouble and finally got the deal he was dreaming of. Bo's first 2 years were rough, but he kind of just dealt with having a bad team and having to go around it. Still, there were glimpses of how amazing he could be on the field. Bo was a great athlete and had a great football career by the time it was all said and done. In 1989, he made his first All-Star game as a baseball player in the MLB, and then 1990, he follows up and makes his first Pro Bowl. Halfway through the season, in 1991, the Los Angeles Raiders football season, Bo Jackson tears his hip and goes down and no one thinks anything of it. His hip surgery had to be so bad that he could never play again the sport of football. Bo continued trying to play baseball, but he was just never the same. Bo's great career was cut short, but he was still the only athlete to ever play in an All-Star game in 2 major sports in the history of the world. Bo also won the 1985 Heisman Trophy. He was a 3-time consensus All-American. He was All-SEC and the UPI Player of the Year. Bo Jackson also did a Nike ad, which is one of the biggest Nike ads to ever be done, in 1987 with Nike, called Bo Knows. So, Bo, I'm done. Show them. Thank you.
Tap.